I'll record everything though, so you have it.
Okay. First page turning excerpt too, so. Alright. All repeats are good. Or actually the repeat is good. So. Alright.
So we have the parts too, right? We have
Do you have
part 2. I put it on the
here's
stand.
part 1 actually right here, so.
Part 1.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah. So for this, do we want to have part 2 covered? Rachel, you just want to do the part 2, which will be easier for you to read. I got put somewhere in there. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning of the constabulary there.
I think we're missing the part,
We are part 3.
which is the melody there.
Do you have that in
I
your
have
part
4.
4? Is the melody in that?
I can play.
No, it's a,
No, it's a counter.
it's a little
I
off.
can play.
Okay.
Well, because this is interesting.
Sure.
We have a double on 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. We've got it.
You have 6.
I have 5.
Oh, yeah, I have 6. Oh, 6 parts. Oops, not a
Page 39.
Let's do it. Okay, now go back to the beginning. Now they've at least read it.
Okay.
Okay, a few things here. Let's have you do, show them the downbeat of, is that measure 16, again, in accents, right?
Okay.
Yeah, just do that, and you guys say the word now in the manner in which you think he wants you to say the word now. So you're just showing him the downbeat of 16, okay?
Now.
Okay? How to manipulate them, try to make them say it differently,
Okay.
if that's, unless that's what you want to.
Now.
Okay? What do you think he wants there, anybody? What are you seeing in his gestures? Rachel?
Something that's strong.
Strong, okay. Danny? Forceful. Any indication on the length of what the note, what you think, how long you should be playing that? The style of it, perhaps.
A little shorter.
This is
Short?
yeah.
Short? Okay. Jenny? Short?
Yeah, like the pin of it, like.
What do you want?
That's pretty much.
So you want it short, like
Dom,
top.
dom, dom, bom.
Now, I'm not here, do we hear him singing it short? Sing it one more time.
Dom, 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 da, 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 da.
Okay, are there qualities in what he's singing that we didn't use, that we haven't said yet with the words? Or is there a contradiction or anything? What do you think, Isaac?
Well, I think when you're singing it now differently, before you were showing us bum, 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 but now you're showing more follow through and more rebound, so it's bum, bum, bum.
I hear more length in what you're singing than what you were showing.
Okay.
So, how do we incorporate, you still want powerful, right?
Yes.
You still want forceful, strong, all these words, right? But you want a little more length, as indicated from the voice there. So, you're going to have a little more rebound, as I said, right? Because if you hit it and die right away, then that indicates stop the sound, right? So you need a little more of that in there. So, and I think the vertical aspect can help yourself too, because right now it's pretty sagittal. I mean, it's not all sagittal, but there's a lot of this motion, almost diagonal sagittal. So if you can come straight down and have a little bit of rebound to it. So try it a couple times. Do the now exercise with them.
Now.
Okay. How long is that? Like, let's see here. Bounce. Like, what happened if this giant ball, you had to like bounce it, and you kind of follow through with it, right? Well, yeah, exactly. Bounce. Try it again. Yeah, do it. Yeah, bounce.
Now.
Closer. Maybe a little shorter rebound. Because that, if you go too far up, then it's it's well, just a little bit of bounce out of it. Bounce. Oh, there we go. Now, put a little more, we're not seeing what now? The power you want, right? So maybe a little more velocity to it? Now. That kind of thing.
Now.
We're getting closer. Any suggestions?
You're coming up a lot higher than where you started, because there's a lot more rebound to it than the initial
Ah,
power.
okay. So you start, there's your plane, you established it.
Now.
Well, you don't want to do that, right? If you want to prep, you have to start you need to start down at the same spot, right? So if you want to be down there, then it needs to start down there. Better? We're good. I think we're in the same thing. I mean, you could, for this, I would do just kind of, it's a thrusting kind of type of thing, vertical, and get that bounce into it. Just try that kind of, even though you think about the baton right now, just a couple of those. Top. Let's say top. Ready, and
Top.
closer.
Top.
With rebound. Top. Yeah, top. Has to have that. We had exactly the bounce afterwards. Now put in the baton. See if you can incorporate that still. Like So loosen that wrist up and get that left hand kind of open. Top. Okay. Top. What should he do with his left arm? What do you think? Show him again.
Top.
What? Do just your left hand and see what they say.
ta, ta, ta.
What do we think? What kind of sound would you play there with just that?
I would put the first two, you know, ta, ta, but then the third one, ta. I would play that one a little longer because I feel like you're almost gliding through the beat instead of almost like touching a hot stove, like bum, bum, bum.
And I'm seeing a little bit of like tension in an arm. I mean, just kind of let it, you know, hug the ensemble right there. Oh, yes, yes. Now, go like this. You're carrying a holder. Now, come up and down from that position.
Ta, ta, ta.
Yeah, and keep that. The left hand can indicate a little more length if you kind of close it off, but if you carry the sound, keep experimenting with it. Let's move on. Let's have you guys play the 16. Talked about a lot of it in your lessons yesterday, marrying the two worlds here, right? We have to keep Isaac happy and part 5 happy with this syncopation, but we also want to emote, right? I think you're doing a pretty good job of that. One thing that I think is getting away a little bit, there's a little bit of this, you know, there are moments where you just kind of open up here and smell. That was great, you know, let it happen, but the moment you kind of let this, it's just kind of getting in the way of what you want to do. So let's take it at 39 again. Yeah, stay firm here, and just show all of that here. Keep that tempo like you're doing, but just keep this a little quieter and emote with your arms and face, all right? Were there times you wanted to see the beats marked a little bit more, or were you fine?
Sometimes I would wish that it would just serve as a good checkup sometimes.
Just maybe a little bit of velocity into the beat, like, you know, just mark it maybe a little bit more, just to help with that. But I think overall that was pretty good. Some other notes that I had. Oh yeah, I think you may want to cue after this grand pause here. Did you feel like you needed a cue? Because he cued part 2, or the lower parts, and then you kind of came in. Would you want one, or do you think you're just fine? Let's do it again.
Well, because kind of I practiced too, so I have no way to get. But yeah, I think for the first time
I think it's a tricky little spot a little bit because of the grand pause. People are on edge. They're watching you. You cue them, and then only a bar later is another thing. So I think they deserve a cue. Let's try that.
Take pause.
Yep. Okay. How comfortable did you guys feel coming in?
I just wasn't prepared.
Okay, let's try it again. Maybe just give him a little eye contact. Right? Showing the growth here and the change in dynamic.
Even if occasionally I do a 3-pass.
Yeah, that's tricky, right? You corrected yourself, I think, quick enough so that it didn't mess everything up, so that's good. All right, nice job, Michael. Okay, next. Rachel, I don't want you to get too excited today. Don't get too excited. I don't think we can handle it.